Okay, Craig, so what bass or basses do you use on your records? And on the new record, asked nobody ever. Let's go on a history of the basses. Just gone up to the old abandoned original studio that I no longer use, at the loft. Studio is a grand term, it's a loft with some old musical equipment up it. This is the famous, infamous Rainmaker bass, purchased by Rory, bass player of the Rain, in 1997, and I think we just had become Rainmaker at that point, which was the kind of sort of second iteration of that band. This is the bass. It looks a wee bit different. It's got a black scratch plate on it at the moment. I'm going to change it back to the original tortoiseshell one because I never really took to that black scratch plate very much. It doesn't look that good. So this, I guess, still does belong to Rory. It's been in my custody since about 1999, after the band split up, and I've used it ever since. And I hope Rory never wants it back because I absolutely love it. It's my favourite bass in the world, and it's a 1995 Japanese Fender Jazz, and it's seen a lot of action on the road and the studio. Used it on the first Last Ghost album. I went to use it on the next album and it had some issues, a couple of wiring issues, so it needs to be taken to Guitar Shop and have the wiring fixed. So I was a bit disappointed I couldn't use it, so I went on to use I've got a Columbus bass, which is a sort of Japanese Fender Precision copy that I bought many years ago for about 50 quid second hand. And it was a great bass. It's not here just now, I can't actually show it just now because I've given it to one of my friends, James, who's working on his own music just now to use on his demos. So it's out on loan just now, so I can't show the Columbus bass that I used on the second and third album. But this is the famous Rainmaker Fender Jazz. So, what bass did you use, I heard you all ask? It's the Workhorse. This bass belongs to Craig Arnott, and I've got to loan it just now because he was recording it on the Named Drivers album, which we did in January. So when he was recording his bass parts from my house, he brought along the famous Mexican Fender Jazz bass. So after Rainmaker split up, Craig played bass in a band called Rocco in 1999, lasted for a few years, excellent band. And this was the bass that he bought. Craig Arnott, aka Bass Commander, aka Named Driver 3. He's got many basses now and used them in all different projects, but this is the one that he always returned to. And this has seen loads of action on stage and recordings. It appears on many videos and many musical projects that he was involved in, some of which I was lucky enough to be involved in as well. He nicknamed it the Workhorse, and it's a bass kind of that I guess he's just always returned to over the years. He's had and still has many other basses, but this is the one that he always seems to go back to. So I've got it just now, I've got it on loan, and I used it on my new album, Memories of the Future, out on the 6th of October. So I record all the bass parts through this Scarlett Focusrite, I think it's 212 it's called. I've got one of the older ones as well, which I sometimes use when I need more inputs. But this is the one, so all the bass recordings have been through this wee thing into an iMac. So anyway, that was a tour of the basses. Hope that's not too boring. If you like basses and you like equipment, you might dig this video. If you don't, then it was probably a waste of a couple of minutes. But yeah, I'll do one on the guitars if anybody's bothered at some point. The new album is out on the 6th of October. It's called Memories of the Future by The Last Ghost. Thank you.